Before the podcast begins, we want to read a word from our sponsor, Nutrafol. 30 million women are impacted by weakened or thinning hair. If you're among them, you know you're not alone and that there's a solution you can trust to deliver results. Nutrafol is a #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement clinically shown to improve your hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage. You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering the promo code ONLYFRIENDS to save $15 off your first month subscription. This is their best offer anywhere, and it is only available to U.S. customers for a limited time. Plus free shipping on every order. Get $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code ONLYFRIENDS. Welcome back to OnlyFriends.
Welcome.
The podcast where our set is who knows
a couch.
Where. Yeah.
We are keeping you on your little teasy toesies.
Yeah.
At all timesy wimesies.
Very cozy vibes.
Yeah, it's fully the vibe on a Monday. We are recording Monday. Obviously, that's when we always record. You are listening on Wednesday, unless you're part of our Patreon, patreon.com/onlyfriends.
Which you'll probably listen, well, most likely watch on a Monday.
Yes. So make sure you're part of that fun little community. But it is Monday. It was a weekend. We are here. Have we recovered?
Have you recovered?
Oh, I'm
fine.
Yes, I'm just beyond tired.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
I was up for a full 24 hours.
A full 24 hours?
Yeah, so Friday, right? That's when I went to Vegas?
Yeah.
We were up till like 5 a.m. and then I woke up at 9 a.m. like incredibly unwell.
Oh my God.
Like so hungover.
Did you wake up like on your own?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Erin went to the When We Were Young. Well, it was for emo night because they had a residency, but it was like as When We Were Young was technically going on, I guess.
Yes. So we woke up on Saturday and TJ had actually heard pre the festival getting canceled that it was canceled.
Oh.
So not too long before, but so like immediately I was just like adrenaline. We're like, oh my God, like this is crazy.
Yeah.
We can't believe it. And then the day was so insane. Like I stayed in bed all day long, but like could not sleep.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah, it was just like that. And then their show that on Saturday didn't start until 1:30 in the morning.
Oh my God.
So it was
past your bedtime.
Far past my bedtime. It got over at 3. We went to the airport at 5.
Oh my God.
And then I got home at 9 a.m.
Oh my God. So you were back. You were like doing something before I even woke up, probably.
Yeah.
You were back in LA
like,
before I woke
on a flight. And like at that time too, like we were traveling back and TJ was so drunk. I did not drink on Saturday. Like I could not. TJ was so drunk going through the airport. Morgan at 4:30, he like calls me to be like, what time do we need to be downstairs? I was like 30 minutes. He's like, okay. Like I just took my sleeping medication. So he's all like fucked up on sleeping medication. I'm walking Tweedledee and Tweedledum through the airport like blind mice.
Why would he take a sleeping vacation for a 30-minute flight?
I know.
It's literally a 30 to 40
getting
minute flight.
to the airport.
That gives me anxiety. Just
no, and I was like, oh my God. So like these two wackadoos are out of their mind. And I'm like so
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. I can't. And then I came home and slept until 4 p.m.
Oh, good. So you caught up a little bit.
Yeah, but I feel like once you mess up your cycle, it's like I feel jet lagged almost.
I mean, it was probably
that 30-minute flight.
Yeah, I mean, it really takes it out of you. Did you get a lay down seat?
Yep. I honestly don't even think I reclined my seat on the way home.
There's probably no time. They're probably like, we're taking off, we're landing.
Yeah.
That's how it always feels.
It's so crazy. The multiple times, like the past few times I've gone to Vegas, the pilots before we even take off are like, yeah, we're not going to have them get out of their seats today.
Yeah, I know. That's usually how it goes.
And I'm like, there hasn't been a lick of turbulence. Like,
they're just lazy.
Yeah. Which
just
like,
kidding, they're not
honestly,
lazy,
like it's, no.
It's literally the shortest flight ever. So
it's 36 minutes to get to Vegas. And on the way home, I think it was 43.
Yeah.
But they did like in-flight service, I'm pretty sure, which I was surprised about. Because both times we're like, we're not going to let you get up to use the bathroom, that we've flown there and back.
Oh my God.
And they're not doing in-flight service.
You can't go to the bathroom?
I mean, it's like when they turn this, he's like, we're not going to turn the seatbelt sign off, but people get up anyway.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought because maybe the wind was so bad. I was like, oh my God, was it like that?
No, it wasn't
crazy?
even bad flying home at all.
Oh, good.
I was like, when we were leaving, you could tell, but no.
So those people, everyone who went to that festival, they only got like a day? Or is it another day?
No. So when we were young, originally was a 1-day festival, but because it sold out, that's why they added on more days. So it's not like Coachella. So like every day is the same festival, and everyone bought for the most part, unless you're like crazy and wild.
Yeah.
1-day
tickets.
Because they were like,
oh my God, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah. Whoa. So like everyone, so When We Were Young got canceled on Saturday because the winds were crazy. And
was it bad just like being there?
I mean, I did not step outside, but yeah, it was not good.
Oh God.
And like looking out the window at one point, it was just dust. Like you couldn't even like see anything.
Yeah, Vegas gets crazy sometimes like that.
60-mile-per-hour winds. And I will say, like, it was relatively annoying seeing people online being like, see, I told you, like, this I was going to get canceled.
Yeah, because it's not like it was Live Nation fucking up. It was like...
Totally.
I mean, people could have got really hurt.
Completely out of control. I will say, however, I hated the way that they handled it by, like, posting on Instagram, disabling the comments.
I know.
And then not really offering much of a solution to people who paid, like, thousands and thousands of dollars to be there. I think they definitely... probably just made so much money that they were like, whatever, we don't care. We'll just refund them and like they can be on their merry way, as opposed to like, you know, trying to figure out a way to actually
like
make it right for them. Yeah. Like people came from all over the world.
I know.
Like it's crazy.
So I'm assuming they're not reimbursing for like flights or anything.
No. Hotels.
That's so fun.
The hotels were so fucking expensive. Someone we know, they were there for work, and so they had paid for their like first night. They were staying at Sahara, which is like, you know, you can stay there for like $100.
A hotel, yeah.
And he went to book on Saturday. He's like, oh, maybe I'll just stay and like go to the festival. And it was $1,000. The Stratosphere, which is like a shitty ass hotel, you can literally stay there for like $30 a night, was like $600.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sad. So these people literally lost so much money,
thousands and thousands of dollars, and then didn't even get to go to the festival. And so many people, when it got canceled, were looking to get tickets for Sunday, but people were reselling them for like $3,000.
Oh my God. See, in my head, I thought like, oh, they can't go Saturday, but they'll go Sunday.
No.
I did not know that. That is so sad.
I know.
Fuck.
It's crazy. And like, I think it was a 90,000 person festival. So like that's how many people were supposed to go that day.
Oh my God.
So then imagine how crazy Vegas is when everything is shut down. They can't go to the festival. Pools aren't open. Like everything is closed.
And it's like so windy out. It's probably just miserable walking around outside.
And I mean, the hotel we were staying at was insane. Like I was like, I can't be down here. Like people are just like wandering around, like getting fucked up at 10 a.m. because like what else are they supposed to do now?
Well, I'm in Vegas, so I guess.
So like I will hibernate in my room and watch Pitch Perfect.
I mean, yeah, sounds amazing.
It was kind of like a blessing. So we were going to the festival on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I would have made it.
Oh yeah, true. I feel like you would have popped in, popped out.
Yeah. But I was like, honestly, like, phew.
I mean, it looks intense. Just like the lineups and everything. I'm just like, I don't know how.
I haven't talked to anyone who went yesterday to like see how it was. But God, I feel so terrible for like people who came from near and far and like literally are just losing so much money and didn't even get to see it all happen.
I know that I didn't know that full thing. I was like, oh, they'll just go. What? I don't hear anything because I have headphones on.
Oh, I can't tell which appliance is making that noise. It just ended. I think it might have been the
fridge. It just ended. It just left.
I'm just crazy. Yeah. So that was wild.
Wow.
And then artists who were supposed to be playing on Saturday, like at the Saturday festival, they were like, oh, we're going to do like side shows.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Come meet us here, which was a nightmare. Like they would announce and then people would go wait outside and it would just form like a massive fucking crowd.
Oh my God.
Because 90,000 people are like, oh, well, I wanted to see you.
Well, yeah. Fuck, 90,000 people are to these things.
Like it's not like a few thousand where it's like, okay, it won't be a big deal. But like when you post something, people are just going to flock to it because they have nothing else to do. And then it becomes like such a hazard.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, especially for just like bars or whatever, wherever they were playing.
Yeah. Well, Emo Night, they were doing a pop-up shop and had like taken over a whole bar, and that was happening the whole weekend. So every day they were posting like, come to our pop-up shop, these are the hours. And then on Saturday when they posted it, like 1 million people showed up, and it's just at a bar in the hotel. So like the line was insane. And they literally, like a fire marshal had to come.
Oh my God.
but it was like, they couldn't do anything about it. They were like promoting like, oh, come buy our merch.
Yeah.
Like come to the bar.
It's not their fault they're so popular.
Yeah. And that no one had anything to do.
Yeah.
But it was wild.
Damn.
I feel
that
really
is so
bad.
sad for the Saturdayers.
I know.
Sad. So sorry, everybody. I had no idea.
Like, ugh.
There must have been so people I follow must have got tickets for both Saturday and Sunday, because I saw them tweeting and like posting stories on Saturday, like shocked that it, or like upset that it was canceled, and then they also went Sunday. So they must have had like weekend.
Why would you be upset then if you're going anyway?
I don't know.
Weird.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they had extra, or like they bought the extra ticket or something.
Yeah, oh, true. Like they just found one to go the next day, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ay.
Also, I wonder if people did buy like Saturday and Sunday just to like get the full experience anyway. Like I'm sure maybe people who traveled like really far were like, well, let's like, I can't see this band this day, so let's go the next day and see them or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if I bought a ticket for one day, I would be bummed out because like so many people were playing at the same time that like
I know
I would want to see both of. But also like I can't imagine how many people bought tickets for both days. They were really expensive. I think they were like $650 or something. Or that might be for VIP. But I remember Paige, I was talking to her on Saturday about it, and she was trying to sell hers. She was trying to sell it for like $100.
Oh my God.
Because her boyfriend is in state champs. So like after she bought a ticket, she was like, just in case we break up, like I still want to go.
I love that.
And
looking out for herself.
Yeah. And so then, I mean, this was forever ago, but so like at that point she was like, I'll just try to make like $100 off of it, even though it was $600. But then by Saturday, like everyone was scouring the internet for a ticket, and she put it on for like $450 and got like 20 offers on it. And someone was like, I'll pay full price.
Oh my God. They're like, I just need the ticket.
Yeah. So like they made a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
Off of just ticket sales.
Damn.
Alone.
That is like the most tragic thing ever, that it was
know.
just canceled for a full fucking day.
But now she's getting refunded.
Oh shit.
So I think she can sell it because hers was for Sunday.
Oh.
But so many people who like sold their tickets will now be reimbursed for them anyway.
Oh, they're finagling.
Yeah.
Little finaglers.
Oh, but imagine buying a Saturday ticket from someone and then it got canceled.
Oh my God. Literally. Because it definitely had to have happened.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Fuck.
So
and then
sad.
you can't get the money back.
I know.
Unless, I don't know. I guess I don't know how it works unless it's like transferred over or something. But
like, are you saying if someone bought it from someone else? No.
there's no way.
They're out of luck.
Woof. Woof.
So crazy.
Yeah. Fuck.
I haven't talked to anybody about how their time was. So
Yeah. It looked like it was successful the Sunday yesterday. So
yeah.
hopefully
Nice and sunny.
Yeah. Hopefully by the time this doesn't come out, or this comes out, we didn't find out anything crazy or anything.
I know.
But I don't think so.
No, yeah. I liked the pink turf.
Yeah, it looked really cool. Like it was a cool setup for sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's crazy. When they announced it, it felt like it was so far away and it already happened.
Time.
Yeah. It's just
What is time? Non-existent.
So disgusting.
But that was my weekend. What did you do?
Well, speaking of sleep, I finally got my bed put together.
Oh, yes.
It's so amazing having a king size bed. If you guys don't know, I ordered this freaking bed frame in May, and it finally got here a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's just really nice. Like I just want to be in it all the time. Maybe like 2 hours.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
It wasn't bad, but the pieces were just so heavy and just a nightmare. And the mattress was super heavy to carry downstairs and stuff. So I obviously didn't do anything. I was just like, have fun.
Oh, God.
2 week,
Little princess.
Yeah. I mean, I really like putting furniture together, but not something that big. Like I hate heavy things. It just like really pisses me off.
Okay.
Like I will do a task, but if it's heavy, I'm going to be pissed.
Okay. Noted.
Like, oh my God. I can't tell you, like when I was working at Target, like my main job was just like restocking shelves, and like, you know, I'd get like a cart of like ornaments and Christmas things, or it would be like a whole thing of cat litter, and I'd be like, fuck, like I can't lift all of this. I can't carry it. It's so heavy, and I'd be so pissed off.
Oh yeah. That I understand.
Stuff. It's that
stuff. If it was like my own thing, I'd be like, oh fuck, okay, I guess I have to do this. But like not if it has nothing to pertain to me.
Yeah.
Like if it's just like a job, I'm like, sorry.
I know.
You're on your own.
It's like so annoying. And I mean, I wouldn't be able to put that bed together if I had to do it by myself or something. There's no way. Like it definitely required two people.
One of whom was not you.
Yeah, definitely not me. I was like, I don't trust myself carrying this because I have like we had to take it upstairs and like weird pivots because my stairway is like kind of skinny. Mm-hmm. So it's like you got to pivot weird ways to really like one of like my Nolan's friend had to go outside because my front door is by the stairs. So they had to like go outside and pivot a weird way and come back in. It was just like a whole thing. So yeah, that was nice. And then what else? Oh, I was actually at her house on Saturday with Danny.
I saw that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if it's
had
on
like
the
a ring notification, and I I was like, who's this?
Did you see the crumble cookie?
Yeah.
I was like, ha ha ha.
Oh.
I like held it up to the ring. I was like, yum. I didn't know if anyone was watching or not.
I did see it. Well, because that's when I saw you. I was like, what is she doing here?
Yeah.
And then I like forgot.
Yeah. So we watched Escape Room, the movie. She had never seen it. She'd also never seen Nathan For You. So I showed her.
Did she like it?
Yeah, she was laughing a lot. I showed her my favorite episode. It's the one with the tip at the restaurant.
Okay, yep.
But she was laughing a lot, and she was like, I don't know if I would normally like put this on, but I was like, it's good when you're in like a silly, goofy mood. It's the best for that because it's just so ridiculous.
It's funny. Yeah, I don't see that like being a Danny show.
Yeah, she kind of told me that. Like she was like, I don't know if I would watch it unless somebody put it on.
Okay, that's
which
fair.
is fair, but I just love him.
Just be normal and watch it.
Yeah. It's such a good show. And then what did I do yesterday? I watched a bunch of TV yesterday. I like caught up on
nice.
a lot of reality television, and I watched like all of Love Is Blind. Well, that's out so far. Have you watched it?
No. I
You
don't think I'm gonna watch it
at all.
I think I'm over it.
Okay. Well, you're lucky because
did you see Mackenzie's stories?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I saw the one you sent me.
Oh my God. I was like, you can't say that.
I know. It was not good. But it sucks because it's like, I put on my story last night, but I'm just like, put out the whole fucking thing. Like,
oh, they only put out some?
It's only 4 episodes. And then the next 3 or 4 come out this week. And then whatever. It's like until November 9th. Like, this is a thing. I'm just like, can we just like get on with it?
Yeah.
I don't want to wait a week for this stupid fucking show.
Just let us live.
Yeah. I know what you mean though. I feel like the last season I was like very whatever about, especially when it was over. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just watch this whole thing in like a day and that would be good, but I don't want to have to wait every week.
Yeah. For like a show like that, like just put it all out.
I know. It's so annoying. I feel like we always have this conversation, but
I know. We're spoiled.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. I'm like, what else did I do yesterday? I feel like I literally was just like in bed watching stuff in my giant bed.
Love.
Yeah. Love that for you.
As it should be. I love that for you.
Thank you.
I do love it for you.
I know. That was literally the example you used too. If you guys listened or watched our good influences, we were talking about pet peeves, and Matt hates when people say love that for you, but he was saying it in such a funny tone.
I love that for you.
Yeah, we're like, well, if you say it in that tone, it's condescending. Yeah. But if you just say like, I watched TV all day yesterday, and Aaron goes, love that for you. That's fine.
Because I would love doing that also.
Literally. To Matt and Mike, it was like
condescending.
Okay, have fun with your little stupid thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
think that Matt especially really, other people's opinions matter a lot to him. Yes. And he takes them as like negative when I don't think sometimes they necessarily are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'll get like flustered if you say something and like it's fine. Yeah. You know? It's funny. Matt's so funny. I love Matt.
He's very funny. And like his examples were like, well, if you lived in an apartment and someone bought you bought an apartment and they live in a $20 million house and they say, love that for you. And it's like, okay, well.
I know. It's like, well, in that case, yeah, it's a little like if I had a conversation with Kylie Jenner and I just bought a Toyota Camry and she said, love that for you. I'd be like, okay, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
But
also you should just be happy that like you're able to do that in your life.
I see. Yes.
I think only if you're like envious of another person also, I think that makes it worse.
I see.
In terms of whether or not they're saying.
His opposition to that phrase is because like it's because he listens to other people's opinions a lot.
Yeah.
And takes them to heart. And so that affects him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there may be a little envy. Like none of his examples were like, oh, I played football today in the park.
Yes.
They were like materialistic things.
Yeah, and that's how we use it usually. It's like
if Carly was like, oh, I was playing flag football today, I'd be like, oh my God, love that for you, queen.
you'd be like, what?
I'd also be like, are you okay?
Yeah, like,
But I would still be like, oh, love that for you.
I would be going to the doctor if that happened. I would be so scared. Like, why am I playing flag?
You know what I mean? But his were like, oh, the house, oh, this, oh.
Yeah, it was like,
just like, oh, a car.
it was
oh,
like
this.
big things. Yeah. So if you're interested and haven't seen it, that's a pretty fun episode. It's pet peeves.
It was very fun. It was Carly and I versus Mike and Matt.
Truly, for like everything, I feel like. Well, not everything, but especially in that conversation, we were both like,
what are you guys talking about?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's fun with the four of us because I love discussing things that could be either way. Because I never know what people are going to say.
I know.
Like at all.
Especially Matt.
Especially
sometimes
Matt.
I think I know what he's going to say and then he surprises me.
Yes. That's why it's so fun. Mike, I feel like I pretty much know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And we know each other. So I feel like we pretty much know each other.
Yeah.
Each other.
We know each other's bodies.
We really
in each other's brains.
Ow.
Well, when I first asked how you were recovering, I meant in terms of Taylor's new album.
Oh, I mean, I don't know yet.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. I love it.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean that. I just mean like I'm still getting used to it and trying to figure out like my lineup of songs. Because with Taylor, it's always different. I know exactly right off the bat my favorite ones, but as the more I listen to it, the more I like other songs. But they're not as like. I feel like I was drawn to the poppy ones at first.
Okay.
Like Antihero was my favorite right off the bat.
It's the best.
It's the best. Karma, just like fun and poppy.
Karma's like so camp. I love it.
It's just Taylor. Like it's so Taylor. And I mean, I like Lavender Haze a lot too. But then as I listen to it, I'm like, oh, but the lyrics and the other ones are so good too. I don't know.
I've seen some real hot takes online. Also in real life, so many people came up to me this week and they were like, need your thoughts on Midnights. Like, I know I'll hear it on the podcast on Monday, but like, what are you thinking?
Really?
I'm like, I really love it.
Did they not like it?
No, they're like, it's a flop. Like so many people online are like, it's a flop. Like, and then I'll be looking at people's like most disliked songs on the album. And like, those are some of my favorite, like Midnight Rain. How can you not like that?
I love Midnight Rain.
How can you not like
the second
Midnight
I heard
Rain?
the beginning, I was like, whoa.
No, me
it's
too.
So good. I cannot believe I forgot to mention that song when I just said the ones I like, because that's definitely like almost number one for me.
So fucking good. I also love Labyrinth, and I think it's because I'm like an Archer like stan and like that vibe, and I really like You're on Your Own, Kid.
Yep, that's a good one too.
Those are like my like high ranked right now.
I feel like my lowest one is Snow on the Beach.
Oh, I kind of like that one.
I'm just like
I feel like there's none that I really dislike.
Yeah.
I haven't really listened to the
extras
7 new ones. I've only listened to it once on the plane to Vegas.
Oh, that's when you listened to the new ones.
Yep, the 7 new ones.
Oh yeah, you were up too for that little surprise.
Oh yeah, and I was like, okay.
Oh really? I was like, oh my God, because almost another album.
Yeah, but it's really fucked up because so many people pre-ordered the album and now they have to buy a whole second album.
Yeah.
And it's like, Blondie, what are you doing?
I know.
Like she does it. I love Taylor to death, but you know that your fans are your diehards are gonna buy the album, and then they're gonna have to buy an additional one, and they'll do it. 100%. And you're making so much money off of like that when you could have just been like surprise, and then somehow they get added to the album.
Yeah,
I didn't like that at all. That made me feel a little icky.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't even really think about it. I was like, they're all on Spotify, whatever. Well, but I also like don't really. But
totally.
I wonder.
But then there are the ones that aren't on Spotify that like you can only get on like the bonus album that you buy at Target.
Well, it'll be on Spotify in a couple weeks. Yeah,
but like she knows.
I know
that the diehards are getting everything.
Mm-hmm. But to be fair, the Target thing has always been a thing. Like her album used to come out a day early at Target. This is like before Spotify.
But then would she add additional tracks?
I think it would be like the deluxe album would be at Target only. Yeah, because I remember when. Yeah.
Okay. But would she then, so she'd have the deluxe album at Target.
I don't know if I'm going to know this answer because it was a long time ago, but go ahead with your question.
Like, but she would announce like, oh, here's an album and it would have all of the songs on it. You buy it at Target. Or would she put out an album and then be like, oh, here's actually a second one?
No, it would be like, okay, Red is coming out in 6 months or whatever. I'm like, but the day before you can buy it at Target with the extra songs. Yeah. Yes, it's different.
I don't know. I didn't like that.
Okay, well,
I think that's real icky, Tay.
I also was wondering, because I kept seeing TikToks about this, and I think it's so true. It's like a lot of the people who don't like it became Taylor Swift fans during Folklore Evermore, and people are like, this album is for the Swifties.
Oh my God. Give me a fucking break. If you think you have any say,
I know if you became a fan then.
give me a break.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going the other way for a sec. I was like,
No,
what? Because it's
no.
truly like such a Taylor Swift album. Like Karma is like a better version of like Shake It Off to me, kind of.
Yeah, no, it's so good.
Yeah.
Karma's so good. The whole album is so good. And if you disagree, then you're unhappy.
You're on your own, kid.
Yeah, like it's so good.
I know. And it's like, yeah, if you became a fan during Folklore Evermore, it's like, obviously it's not going to be, I mean, it's not like that at all, this album, but this is a Taylor Swift album that we all know and love, you know?
Yeah.
Like this is, it's 1989 and Reputation combined. It's everything. I love it.
It's also like those people, like, do you not know that all these other albums exist? Like, she's not just catering to you from now on.
Yeah, she's like not Phoebe Bridgers all the time. She's
God.
Taylor Swift and she's a pop icon.
She's our queen.
So I thought that really resonated with me. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. The people who,
I guess I didn't see that.
yeah, people who became fans during the pandemic when those albums came out.
Well, I'm in a Taylor Swift Facebook group just to,
okay.
you know, be like, all these people are fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And so many people in there were like, I hate it. I don't like it.
Wow. What the? Maybe they joined when Folklore came out.
Do you think though?
I don't
feel like
know.
those people would be like, I'm better than that.
I don't know, really. But I saw Brianna Chicken Fry. I like feel like we just bring her up, but her TikTok came up.
I saw that one.
Yeah. And like, it makes sense. She was like, I just don't really like overproduced music, like super poppy produced. So I was like, okay, well, it would make sense that you would like the other two pandemic albums more than this.
But it's also like, okay, then you're not the person who should be reviewing. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
like,
people were asking
two
her.
Taylor Swift album. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like people just become a fan and then they're like, what is this? It's like, okay, truly, like that's what I thought. I think when 1989 came out, my first thought was like, what the hell is this? But then obviously I fell in love with it. Reputation, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Now I love it. So maybe they just need to give it a couple listens. I think that's just like the beauty of Taylor. Like you have to listen to it a couple times, at least I do, to be like, fuck, this is really good.
Yeah. I just think some people like being haters to be haters also.
Yeah.
There's
I mean,
just,
people
like,
love hating Taylor.
Yeah.
So whatever. But obsessed. I'm obsessed with the album. I think it's so good. And
too.
I'm so happy it's out. She's going to be on Jimmy Fallon tonight or Jimmy Kimmel. I can't remember. So
I would think Fallon, but I don't know.
I think it is.
Because they're like besties.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. Wonder if she'll say anything else. Of course, there's people like, she's going to drop another album. Like, everyone needs to calm down.
She would have done that as the chaotic surprise.
Definitely.
Wait, let me see. It has to be Fallon. I love their friendship.
I know.
By
It's
the way.
so cute.
Where's her little
Calendar.
Where's your little schedule of events, bestie? There's so many posts now.
I know.
Okay, here we go.
I think there's a music video tomorrow too.
Ooh.
By the time you guys listen to this,
10/23. What's the date?
the 24th.
Okay. Oh my God. It's moving so slow.
I know. I feel like it is Kimmel.
Okay,
Or Fallon, I
10/23.
mean.
Jimmy Fallon is today.
Oh, okay.
Music video's tomorrow.
What's the music video? Do we know?
Mm-mm. But 10/26 it says watch music videos, please. Like, when is she just posting the big one?
What big one?
Because she said that it was like a visual album.
Oh,
So my understanding was that she made a music video for every video.
Yeah.
For every song.
Yeah.
So when does that come out?
I don't know. I feel like she's just going to release them
Just
sporadic.
put it out, bitch.
I know. Literally. That's how we feel about Taylor now.
If you
Just put it out.
have them,
I know.
what are you waiting for?
She's got to stretch that time out so she can release 1989 or whatever in 8 months.
Also, it's so funny that like people are hating it but still continuing to listen. Like, she broke so many records already. Like, on Spotify she had like the most plays ever in one span of 24 hours.
Crazy.
Sis keeps breaking records.
I know. So obviously she's still hitting for people. So that's good. I hope she's around forever. Like, I truly hope she just makes music until she's old.
Old and gray.
Like, sometimes I get scared that she'll like retire from music.
I know.
Or
It'll be like
something.
Rihanna fans.
Oh my God. I would literally be so devastated.
I know. Well,
That's our Midnight's review, I guess.
Yep.
You have anything else to add?
Just that I'm a sexy baby.
And sometimes I do feel like a monster on a hill.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
It's funny because I also, gonna come clean about something right now. I listened to the album before it was out. I don't care what you have to say about that.
The leak.
And so I heard her say like, I'm a sexy baby. And I literally was like, what? I have no idea what this means. So then I literally was like, when the fuck because the Swifties were like,
know.
We're not listening to it. I watched people getting to screaming matches in this Facebook group I'm in. It was so funny.
About listening to
you
it
guys
versus
are like
not.
in your 30s, get a life.
I know. And it's
like someone was like, I bought all 7 vinyls and the 2 things, like she's going to be okay if I listen to this.
I mean,
whatever.
yeah, I understand like the morality of it. It's like an artist wouldn't want you to listen to it early, but it's like, okay, but I mean, it's not like it's a month early. It's literally the
night before.
Yeah.
It was
like
fine.
coming out in hours.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, like I need someone to explain this to me. And of course, none of the diehards were listening to it.
Yeah.
So then I had to like finally wait, and I still don't even understand the reference. But I was like, all I kept thinking was like, oh God, like imagine if I called someone a sexy baby.
I know.
I would be
Canceled.
canceled.
I know. The theories I've seen that make sense is like because people now are so into like anti-aging and like looking young and being perfect. That was one side of it, was like everyone's a sexy baby. Like, I don't know.
I thought it was the 30 Rock reference.
I mean, that too. I also saw, I mean, there's a bunch of different references.
Okay.
Also, she also says that I'm a monster on a hill. I think because her life is so grand and she feels like she can't just like be a normal person around other people. It's like these people are like sexy babies. Like these people are...
Maybe she just thinks babies are sexy.
I mean, that could also be a thing, and she just threw it in there. I don't know.
Her brain.
Yeah, I don't know. But I've seen a bunch of different theories. I'm just like, whatever. I think it's a funny lyric. Like, I just like how it's so random and weird.
I think everyone needs to shut up about it. People are like, why would she say that? It's like, who cares, honestly?
Yeah, it's like, it's fine.
It obviously has more meaning behind it.
Yeah. I feel like these headphones are on the other way. I don't know why I can tell, but it just feels awkward. Nope, they're on the right way.
Oh.
I feel like they don't fit my head right now. Not feeling like a sexy baby right now.
Yeah.
Like an ugly adult.
Wretched baby.
A wretched baby. An ugly ass baby.
We're doing like a Taylor Swift party bus thing, and my friend texted me, Kath and Sean, they're a couple, and when the album came out, she texted, because we're all dressing up as different Taylor eras, and she was like, should we be a sexy baby and a monster on a hill? And then Sean was like, we haven't decided who's going to be who yet. I was like, that's
funny.
really funny.
I wonder if that's going to be like Halloween costumes this year for some people.
Maybe.
I'm sure like someone will do it, or like at least on TikTok.
Yeah,
because TikTok thrives during Halloween. I feel like all the transitions and everything.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Costumes.
Yeah.
Well, anything more to add?
I don't think so.
Way to go, Tay. Another smash hit.
Thank God it finally came out. That's all I got to say. What happened?
I know. I just heard TJ say hello.
Oh. Hello?
Okay, we can get into this day in history. There's a lot today.
Oh.
Okay, I'll start with the first thing. Interstellar came out. I'm just going to go through this really quick.
Okay.
Interstellar, San Andreas, The Terminator, Donnie Darko, Time Flies, which is that band. They used to be called Time Flies Tuesday, for those who remember. Bad Romance, Gaga, Firework, Katy Perry, Whip My Hair.
Oh my God.
Can you believe? I haven't thought about that song in so long.
Oh, in my hair.
Yeah, 2010. Like she was a little baby. Under Pressure and Your Song.
Jesus.
Really a packed day.
mean, yeah, hello.
It's funny. I've never seen Interstellar, San Andreas, The Terminator, or Donnie Darko.
I've seen Donnie Darko. I will never watch San Andreas.
Yeah, no. I
because
remember when it came out and you were like, oh, how dare they?
I know. I remember seeing the trailer and I was like, that could happen.
Yeah.
But apparently it's really over dramatized.
Yeah.
Thank God. I feel like I would watch it one day just like scare myself, but I don't really
Yeah, you should watch
have
that.
interest. I don't want to. I'm too scared.
But all around a pretty packed day.
Yeah.
And then
Jesus.
for birthdays, I'll go through, and if you have any questions.
Okay. I'll speak up.
Hillary Clinton,
Okay.
Drew Gooden.
Oh, very opposite people.
Yeah. Seth MacFarlane, Keith Urban, Phaedra Parks. She's a Atlanta housewife. Okay. Oh yeah, you watched Girls Trip. I love her so much. Anthony Rapp, that one I put on for you. Rita Wilson and John Heder.
Oh, John. I was like, I know John Heder, but who is he? He's Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what is he up to these days?
I don't know. I really don't know.
He's 45
But
today.
wow, so many goddamn birthdays.
I know. Crazy. What are we entering? Scorpio season? I feel like I've been seeing so many memes that's like, bye Libra season, hello Scorpio season. Or
Yeah,
like
I
something
think
like that.
I'm pretty sure Scorpio is December. So probably
December?
Oh yeah, we're only in October right now.
Oh,
I think Scorpio's December.
is it?
I really don't know anything about. Are you looking it up or I can look?
Yeah.
Because now I am curious.
Scorpio.
When's Scorpio season?
God. Scorpio birthday.
Scorpion King.
October 23rd to November 21st.
Okay, just kidding. What's December?
Isn't it like Sagittarius, I feel like, is after Scorpio.
Maybe that's what I was thinking. I have no fucking idea.
Astrological
We don't know shit
signs,
about this.
December. Sagittarius is
Wait.
November 22nd to December 21st.
I feel like now you're cut off that you're so far back. No, you were in it, I think.
and then
sorry.
Capricorn is December. So Sagittarius and Capricorn finish off December.
Oh, okay. Well, the more you know, I guess. I don't know anything about shit. Well, planets and signs, yeah.
What a fun-filled time. I feel like Scorpios, I don't know anything about them, but I feel like it's like...
Like, yeah. I know. I think we just think that because they have a stinger.
But I think that's
But I think it's
the
true.
point.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But I don't know anything else. I know I'm an Aries, but I'm not really, so
Well, you are.
I am, but nothing about it really resonates.
Yeah, but
TBH.
you have to look at your other things.
Yeah. I know.
Your moon and
Your rising, your
yeah.
falling, your
Your moon, your sun, and your rising.
moon, your sun,
Your
and
sun?
stars.
Your-
I don't know.
Let me look at my CoStar really quick to make sure. The one thing that I like about CoStar is you can see your friends' things, and if you go down, it's like this person's feeling this, and
Oh.
it's just so funny sometimes.
Is it accurate?
No, like one of them, it was like TJ's sister. It was like she just wants to dress up. Like it's like silly things like that.
Oh, okay.
That like I like looking at every day.
And now a word from our sponsor, Nutrafol. Millions of Americans experience thinning hair. It's more than common, it's normal. But it's not openly talked about, especially amongst women. Going through it can feel lonely and frustrating. It's time to change the conversation and join the thousands of women who are standing up for their strands with Nutrafol. Nutrafol is a #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement clinically shown to improve your hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage. I've been taking this for a couple months. It's making my hair grow faster than it normally does. My hair is usually pretty quick at growing, but even my hairstylist was like, what is going on? Like, your roots are really grown out. For me, that's exciting. I think we talk about it later in the episode, but I'm like in such an awkward length with my hair. I'm like really excited for it to get longer. So I'm excited to see it speed up the process, and Nutrafol is really good at doing that. In a clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after 6 months. 3,000 plus top doctors and stylists recommend Nutrafol as an effective and high-quality solution for healthier hair. You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering the promo code ONLYFRIENDS to save $15 off your first month subscription. This is their best offer anywhere, and it is only available to U.S. customers for a limited time. Plus free shipping on every order. Get $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code ONLYFRIENDS.
But it's cool because you can see your compatibility with other people, like how it's supposed to be. And it does like all of your stuff. Like if your signs are, what are they called? Let me go to someone's thing. Okay. Yeah, like your moods, your communication, your love, your sex, your basic identities, like all of that stuff. And they like put it on a list of like how you're compatible with that person. I wonder what ours are. Should I look?
Yeah. See what our
Do you
sex
have
is.
your co-star still?
No, not on this phone.
But you're probably still like...
I'm probably on it,
On
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I haven't ever like
Okay, let's see.
deactivated my co-star account.
Harley. Okay, here she is.
What's it say?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Ours is not great.
What happened?
We have... Okay, so they do it on a scale of like, it's a smiley face, a mid face, and then a sad face.
Okay.
We have no mid faces. We only have smile and sad.
Oh, why?
Well, our compatibility for our happy faces is our moods and emotions, our sex and aggression, our philosophies
True.
of life, and our senses of responsibility. And then
That's actually kind of true.
our compatibility is our basic identities, which is like you're an Aries, I'm a Cancer.
Oh, okay.
So I'm unsure. Intellect and communication, and then love and pleasure. We are sad faced.
Oh no.
Couldn't tell you
How
what
do
it
we have
means.
good sex but our pleasure is bad?
I don't know.
Guess we'll have to find out.
I don't think it means
Subscribe
we
to
have
our
good
Patreon.
sex. I just think that it means that we both want the same things maybe out of those experiences. I really don't know though. And
Yeah.
we have done a whole astrological reading with
Yes.
an astrologist. And still to this day, like
I know.
couldn't tell you what any of it is.
I know. I wish I was kind of into it, but I don't think there's anything wrong with being into it. I just have no
Oh my
interest.
God, no.
Really.
I think it's really interesting, but I also am like, okay.
I know, that's how I feel.
But I think that like people who study it and live their life by it, like good for you.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy prediction videos that like came true about just like stuff going on in America or like certain presidents or whatever, and it's crazy because I'll see a TikTok of someone who like did a whole...
Yeah, but that's like the Simpsons stuff too. You know how it's like, oh,
I know,
well, this
but it's still
happened.
crazy to see.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know how it happens, but I'm just like, it's some of it was so specific too. I was just like, what the fuck? But yeah, I know. I'm a little bit spiritual in that way where like I believe stuff like that pretty easy. I'm like, oh my God.
Do you believe in the Simpsons stuff? Like they predict?
I feel like I kind of need like
That
a refresher because it's so fucking, I remember everything's so specific.
Yeah, no, it's like
I'd have
the
to like get a
Queen
refresher.
dying and like
yeah.
Donald Trump and like all of that stuff.
I don't know. That shit is bizarre.
It like freaks me out.
Yes.
Maybe one of the like writers is super into astrology and that's how they predict what's going to happen.
Or they're just psychic.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I've also like seen a psychic medium before and I like completely believed everything she said because it was so random. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of people don't believe in that. So I don't know.
Yeah, for me, it like depends. Like when I watch famous people get it done, I'm like, no.
That's how I feel too. Because I'm like, okay, well, you can just Google everything pretty much. But the other thing she was saying, like, no one would know. So I don't know. I think that that's a thing though. I think people can do that. I just think it got really like commercialized and people became mediums and had shows and maybe they aren't really mediums. But I think that some people can do that.
Like
Send a message
to
like
the afterlife.
or
from the afterlife.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially the Long Island medium.
Yeah, I don't know about her, but
No, I was being sarcastic.
I know.
Okay.
I do like her though. She's funny.
No, she's so funny. Like the show's entertaining, but it's like you're a liar.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're a liar.
We've got some news stories.
Breaking news.
The first one is that Firefest Billy McFarland, I've got something in the works.
Uh-oh.
New festival coming.
Wait, this is the guy who...
Firefest.
Oh, God. Give it a rest.
I know. He posted.
We don't want your festival.
He posted a teaser clip to TikTok on Monday, fessing up to his wrongs in the last festival before hinting at what's next. He says he's got something new coming, showing a treasure map as well as a brief look at a phone number. We checked it out, and once contacting the number, you're asked for contact info and given a video clue as to what's coming from Billy. I'm just going to stop reading this and comment on this little part. If any person is putting their contact information to a form for this man, like, you're unwell.
I mean, who's gonna trust that this time?
Like this, he's probably like Jen Shawing everyone.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
Do not give him your contact info. This is your sign to not do that.
I wonder if a lot of people have.
I know. I don't know.
But like,
course.
How could you?
Out of like pure interest.
Yeah.
But I
Should
like,
we do
this
it?
is gonna be the number one scam.
How do people trust this? I would be so scared to buy a plane ticket to get a hotel. I mean, it's like,
well, then it says
after all that.
I mean, it hasn't like announced what it is.
Yeah, I know.
But it says sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ he's creating another festival, among other things, in the near future. And then he literally was like, this man was in prison for 4 years. Like, we're not trusting him.
Yeah.
Not that he went to prison, but that he's just like he's a scam artist.
He already did this once and it completely failed.
Yeah.
So like, I just don't know why anyone would put their hopes and dreams into this. But
no, it's
I mean,
so funny.
Go off, I guess.
I mean, like next week, Kendall Jenner's doing an ad.
Oh, please. No.
I just thought that was crazy.
That I did not hear about that.
He put it on TikTok, I think. So then like, of course, like the biggest platform, but I don't know.
I feel like there's going to be people who are going to go just to see what happens.
100%.
I don't know.
But like, who's giving this man money? Like, what venture capitalists are like, you know what, here, let's do it again.
Anna Sorokin.
You got to watch the documentary.
I know. God, I mean, if you believe in this or like trust this after everything that happened, good luck.
I bet there's so many people who don't even know about it. They're just like dum-dums.
Also, I'm sure there's people that are like, well, it couldn't happen again, you know, so who knows? Hopefully it won't happen again.
Hopefully just no one buys anything for it because it will happen again.
Hopefully, yeah, and he just fades away into the abyss.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Loser. Yeah. Okay, and then we are just going to talk briefly about Kanye West. I don't really want to give him too much time, but I do think it's important. He basically has been like tripling down on his anti-Semitic remarks, and a video over this weekend resurfaced that is him doing an interview in which he says Adidas won't stop working with me even though I'm like proudly anti-Semitic. Like, they would never do that. Like, basically saying that they need him so bad that like he could be the biggest piece of shit and they would never drop him. So,
and this is like an old interview that resurfaced.
I said resurfaced because I was like, when did this happen? But I feel like it wasn't like years ago. I think it was maybe more recently. And like,
well, are they going to drop him?
Well, so now like everyone is like, what the fuck are you going to do? And then in Los Angeles, there was actually like a hate group that was like posting signage on the highway overpasses that were like, Kanye was right, like the Jews are the worst. It's so scary
that there's people actually like that, especially here.
Yeah, and he is one of them. He's being so vocal about it. He's like, yeah, I'm anti-Semitic.
Why? It's like people are so fucked up.
But like still also, people are like, oh, well, art and artist. Two different people. No. And it's like at this point, like, no. Like,
I mean, that's like obvious wrong side of history at this point. It's like so scary.
But it's like everyone has their like, it's really interesting. It's really interesting to me because I feel like over the past few years, like he's been so fucking horrible and like people kind of pick and choose at what they want to get upset about. And like, I have a lot of Jewish friends who continue to support him even after he is like clearly racist, like clearly abusing his wife, not like physically, but emotionally, mentally, like doing all of these really terrible things. And like, now they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't like him anymore.
Yeah.
And of course I understand, like now he's targeting you, but like, that's the whole thing is like, we need to be more mindful of like when people are doing wrong things and then stopping them there so it doesn't get to this point.
It's because it's affecting other people.
He's seen that he can get away with so much that he's like, oh, well, now let's just throw in the Jewish population.
I cannot with this. I also saw a video of him recently. It was this morning, actually. and people were like, Kanye, like following him around, and he looked really bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And aren't Courtney's kids with Scott Jewish? Aren't they Jewish?
Yes.
So that's like,
well, I don't know if they are like practicing
actually, yeah.
Jews, but Scott is Jewish.
It's just like,
that's why I'm like, why has it taken them so long to speak up? Like, this is so hurtful to a literal family member.
I know. It's just,
it wasn't until this morning,
so scary.
I believe. Well, I think Chloe was the first one to post something about it. And then Kim this morning actually said something.
Oh, she did?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's good. But
she said, I took a screenshot.
Ew, I just don't like him, especially especially all that Kim stuff that was happening. I was like, why are people supporting this?
No, it's crazy. And they're like, oh, you got to just separate it. It's like, okay, but until what extent?
Yeah. It's like, oh, how you feel right now, how it's affecting you. Like, this is how other people have felt
100%
for a while. And sometimes it's hard to see stuff unless it's happening to you. So like, I understand that, but it's just like,
yeah.
Oof.
She wrote it out. A lot of people have just been resharing an infograph that's like, I stand with the Jewish community. Kim actually wrote something herself, and it says, hate speech is never okay or excusable. I stand together with the Jewish community and call on the terrible violence and hateful rhetoric towards them to come to an immediate end. So that's really good. I mean, I get like wanting to like keep your relationship with the father and your kids like healthy, but at this point it's like, this seems so dangerous. Like, what is he saying to them? Like, what is he teaching his children?
No, exactly. And it's like, you don't want your kids to hear that.
No, like your daughter was at a show with you when you're having Black people wearing White Lives Matter shirts. Like, it's just so harmful.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be like, no custody.
No, same.
I mean, this is like so fucking backwards ass.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But because of all of this, there are some updates. So I think it was last week or the week before, it came out that Johnny Depp's attorney took him on as a client to represent him.
I saw that. Yes.
She has now dropped him.
Oh, okay, good. I saw someone like, she's in her flop era.
Why? Oh, because she's representing Kanye.
When she was, yeah.
It says, sources with direct knowledge tell us after Kanye doubled and tripled down on his anti-Semitic remarks over the weekend, Camille informed her firm she would no longer work with Kanye. We're told Brown Rudnick, which is the firm, still attempted to work with Kanye, but only under the condition he publicly retract his hateful and anti-Semitic words. Our sources say Kanye refused to do so and fired them.
Wow.
Balenciaga ended their relationship with him. They no longer have any relationship or any plans for future projects related to this artist. And I would say, like, most importantly, Anna Wintour. She is the editor at Vogue. She has no intentions of working with Ye again, ending a more than a decade-long relationship between them that was both business and personal. She has reportedly told everyone at Vogue Kanye's been cut out of the mag's inner circle. This would seemingly mean no more Met Gala invites, cover shoots, or Fashion Week coverage for Ye, which I think is a good stance.
Do you think Adidas is going to do something?
If they don't, like...
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean... They have to do something.
It's crazy. They make like billions of dollars off of him every year. So it's like a huge deal. And it's exactly why he said that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if they don't, then that is such a clear indication of them caring more about money than like morality.
Yeah. I just feel like as a company, even if you're like, this is going to sound so bad, but like, even if you don't care about morals, it's like, you have to stop working with someone who's causing such a ruckus, because it's not, I don't know how to explain it. I can't like put it into words, but it's just like, it's just not the right thing to do. And either, that's not the right thing to do.
It just makes me so mad.
I just don't understand where this all came from.
It's just like, why didn't we end this man when he stood up during Taylor Swift's MTV,
the first red flag. No, literally.
But like that is such a red flag, and it's so everyone was like, "Oh my god, crazy!" But it's like, okay, but like that was fucked up.
I mean, nothing like that's ever happened before or since. I don't think. Well, I guess Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, but
sure,
not really.
Yeah, but like ever since, it's just been like. Everyone's letting him get away with this behavior.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I am shook. I don't know where this came from.
I know. I also saw that Kim and Ivanka Trump
I saw that.
had a 3-hour dinner last night. And I was like, I mean, obviously Ivanka Trump holds like the same values and morals as her dad. But I was like, I wonder if they were like sitting just like talking about how they're both just like insane, crazy people.
Well, I saw it.
And Kim's like, what do we do?
There was like a TMZ article that came out about it. Like someone who was in the restaurant heard them talking. Who knows? I mean, people like, this is definitely Chris like covering, but it was like they talked for hours about Kanye and how, because I guess like Ivanka is Jewish.
Okay.
I don't know. And she was like,
Jared Kushner, is that who she's married to?
I have no fucking idea. Probably.
That would make sense.
I think they are Jewish. And so Kim was trying to, this was like the TMZ article was saying that they were talking about,
Jared Kushner.
Yeah, just like the whole situation and how it's like hurting her family and hurting her.
Wait, Kim was saying how it was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, hurting her.
And I was like, give me a break, bitch.
Yeah, nieces and nephews because they're Jewish or whatever. And just like how to go about it, like speaking about it because.
Oh, to the public?
Because she's not Jewish. So she was like, how do I? Yeah.
I don't know. Go to Ivanka Trump for that?
I know. I don't understand. But I'm like, okay, whatever. Go off, I guess.
Yeah.
But this is TMZ article. And like, obviously it's a huge conspiracy that like Kris Jenner runs TMZ. So it's
Would
like she could have just saw the backlash she was getting for going out with Ivanka and like wrote up this whole thing. Like they were talking for hours about Kanye and how hurt she is by him and how to go about it on social media. And
yeah, I believe it because I did see that they used to be like good friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
like maybe she was just like, who do I talk to? But it's also like, talk to Scott then.
Yeah, or anybody else. But who knows? Maybe she like Ivanka reached out to her or something. Yeah. I don't know.
Ugh, God.
Crazy times.
Lock him up.
Yeah. It won't let me out. No.
So I just hope that I don't see anyone I know continuing to like this man's content. Otherwise, like, we're going to have a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like, okay, signs are obvious. Like, more obvious than they've ever been.
Yeah. I didn't have any more news, but speaking of the Kardashians, did you watch?
I did.
Thoughts?
What happened so long ago?
Okay, to me, the episode was so boring. Like, couldn't have been more boring. And the most jarring part of it was the beginning when Kris is getting surgery and they're just straight up filming.
My God. And clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yeah, she's getting a hip replacement and they are full on like jackhammering her fucking hip on camera.
Yeah. They just let a camera in there.
That was so disturbing. I don't care about that. And like, oh my God, it was tough because like I didn't know when to fast forward because they would like cut to her like getting ripped apart to like Kim talking about it to going back to Kim. I'm like, oh my God, well, like who knows what they're going to say.
I mean, that shit is, I don't know. I grew up watching, like my mom would always have these like medical shows on. And so I've always seen like, especially like nose jobs, when they do nose jobs, it's the same.
Break the nose.
They literally like ding, ding.
No.
It's like the same thing, but on a nose. I'm just like, how did they figure this out? Like who was like, let's give this person a lobotomy on their hip or their nose or whatever.
Oh my God. It was, I hated it.
I literally have no idea what happened in the episode. Like I can't recall it at all except the hip surgery.
So
and
the
like
hip surgery happened and
not
then
Kendall
Vegas. Went to Vegas and then
Resorts World too.
Kim went to, did she go to Resorts World?
That's where she was. I think so.
I thought she went to Tao. I think the D'Amelios went to Resorts World.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. I'm getting them all mixed up.
Yeah. Kendall had like a thing at Tao.
You're right. So I was like, oh, I've been to that restaurant. I don't know if it's the same thing, but
yeah. And then Kim went to Miami. And I just want to say, if Kim was my friend and took me on that trip and acted the way she did, I would be so fucking annoyed.
Yeah. She was like, I think it was like covering up from the last episode where she's like, look guys, I'm working. Like get your ass up and work. I'm working. I feel like that's what it was. I mean, that's how it came off to me.
Ugh, to me, I was just like, we're here for 24 hours. You dragged me here and like now you're just going to sit there and be so boring.
I know. And Chloe was like so into it. She was having so much fun just by herself even.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then like, I don't know. The Kendall stuff is so boring to me.
I don't care at all. I don't care about Kenny. Sorry, Kendall, Kylie too. I'm just like, okay. Yeah. I really just don't care.
Yeah, the D'Amelio show to me is more entertaining at this point.
Same. And it's like also kind of a snooze.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's just like, you know, you don't need to be like really paying attention.
Yeah. I'm glad that they finally told Dixie about
Yeah, what do you
Charlie's
think of
singing
her
career.
reaction?
I mean, I think it was valid.
Because I remember you said she probably just won't care. So I didn't know
Yeah.
if you were like surprised that she was like annoyed, kind of. I think I get it. I get both sides. Because I'm like, obviously, I think if I were her, I'd be like, okay, well, this is annoying because this is like my thing. And can you at least wait? I feel like that's fair to wait.
Oh, yeah. But then she never even put it out.
Yeah, I wonder if she's going to. I mean, it kind of made me sad where she's like, I don't know. I just don't think it's worth like upsetting her. And it's like,
Well, maybe if you were just honest in the first place, she would have helped you and then have been like, let's do it, Charlie. But instead, you guys were so fucking shady and shisty behind her back. Like, she's probably so mad about that.
yeah, she kept being like, I lied to.
Yeah, which is so valid. Like, oh my God, that's so messed up.
Yeah,
Like your parents, your own family.
I know.
So I get it. I'm Team Dixie on this one. And I think that the relationship between sisters is so difficult to begin with that it's like, I can't begin to relate.
I don't know at all.
Yeah.
It's like because they fight about everything anyway.
Yeah.
And like it's fine.
So like if my sister was doing that, I'd be like, you're not fucking putting anything out, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like different than a friendship.
Yeah. And they are so close and so supportive. So it's just like complicated. I mean,
And
I can't
then
imagine doing
feeling
business like
betrayal.
that and like being in the public and just having all those businesses together and separately and they're like kind of competition, but not really. I don't know. It just seems a little too much for me anyway, but
Should have just been honest.
but go off. I don't know if I sent you, I think I sent you a TikTok. They were on, I think BFFs or something. And Dave was
yeah.
like, is it true that
Like made like $10 million or
yeah,
something.
like Charlie made, I think he said 17 million and Dixie made 10 million.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, that's true. Like, oh
So
my
sick.
God. Well, go off.
So sick.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I know. It's like, okay, do whatever you want.
Good for you, Dixie and Charlie. Next time, don't lie to your sister.
We're millionaires.
Yeah, I don't know. I love them. I stan, and
Yeah, it's a great show. I mean, I love watching it. I'm always excited when there's new episodes.
so annoying that it's only once a week.
I know. Well, 2 episodes a week, so that's good.
You
But
can just DM them and be like, is there any way?
send us a Dropbox link for these episodes. I wonder how many more episodes there are because I think there's already been like 8.
What? It's
Or
already
maybe,
been that many?
maybe 6.
I think you're right. I think there's like a good amount.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember like last weekend or whenever I watched at least 5.
Yeah. So it's probably 7 or 8 because 2 a week.
Ugh, I love them.
It might be over soon. I bet they're doing another season though. I feel like it's probably pretty successful. Wouldn't that be crazy? Be like, we have a show like, and the Kardashians have a show on the same network. It's pretty wild.
The D'Amelios? Oh, it probably came out. They only have 1 season. Because I was going to say, were they on Hulu before the Kardashians? But no, same time.
Well, they were on it before with the first season.
Yeah, but the Kardashians' first season's also on Hulu. I feel like they both came out last year.
Oh, I feel like the D'Amelios was way earlier for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
D'Amelio Show.
Season 1 release.
D'Amelio Show. Wait, did the Kardashians come out this year? Like February
I
or
think
something?
so. I think it feels longer because they release them quicker.
Wait, season 2. No, season 1.
Season?
September 3rd, 2021.
Yeah.
But the Kardashians were filming in 2021, I think.
Yeah, because SNL happened in October.
Yeah. So,
So film,
Same time.
same vibes, I guess. I don't know.
oops.
Oh, we never talked about your bangs. It's new to them.
Oh no, it came out in April
What did?
because I was at Coachella, season 1 of the Kardashians.
Oh my God. Why did I also think February?
I don't know.
Maybe that's when they started like promoting it or something. It seems like they were supposed to come out in February or something. I don't know. But yeah, you're right.
That's crazy. I
it was
remember I was
April.
like, oh my God, the Kardashians. How did I forget that? We made t-shirts and everything.
Yeah. Everything's just a blur, I guess. That's probably why.
A big old blur.
A big old blur. But how are your bangs?
Oh, they're great.
We haven't even talked about them. It happened like a week ago, so it feels like forever. But you guys, this is the
Little
first episode
bangsy.
with the bangs.
Yeah.
Have they been easy to just like have?
Yeah, I think that, so the big thing that people were telling me before I got them was like, oh, that's going to make your life so hard. And after having them for a week, like I just think those people are lazy and care way too much about their appearance. Like I've been doing this the whole time. Like I don't really care. Like I'll wake up and look like Joe Dirt and like go get a coffee. Like
Dirt, yeah.
It's just like not that deep for me.
Yeah.
So I think unless like, and when I do them, it literally takes less than 5 minutes. Like you just wet them and then you fucking blow it out in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know who was warning me about that, but like,
well, it also could just be hair texture. Like for me, when I would have bangs, it would be so annoying because they would get greasy after literally like half a day. Or if it was windy outside, it would get greasy. And there were so many times where I would have to just wash my bangs in the sink by themselves. Like,
yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I just like wet them. Oh, I don't like shampoo them.
But like I'd have, because it would literally be greasy. And like my hair's like, your hair's very thick. Mine's a lot thinner. And so it's like, if it starts getting greasy, it's just not a good look for bangs. I think it just depends on the hair. Cause for me, it was such a fucking annoying thing to have.
I mean, everyone was saying like styling them is annoying, but I haven't run into that issue at all.
Yeah. I mean,
and if like they annoy me,
they
then
dry
I'm just,
so
like,
fast.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I have curly hair.
I know. Yeah.
Like it literally takes 2 minutes.
What does it look like curled?
I haven't done that yet.
Oh, okay.
Probably won't.
Oh, you haven't washed your hair since?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you have?
But I just blow it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Yeah, well, they look great.
Thank you.
I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, this looks so natural.
It's just
a good era.
The new me.
It's a good bang era.
I literally did this because of the Taylor Swift theme night. And then I was watching the 10-minute version of All Too Well. And I was like, do I just cut bangs? And then I did it.
Thank God.
I know.
Do you think you'll keep them a long time? Like you'll keep getting them cut?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's hard
Only
to say.
time will tell.
I know. Like when I cut my hair really short, I was like, I'm just going to keep doing this. And then I got over it pretty quick.
No, I love your hair short.
I know. It's at such an awkward length now. I like just put it back a lot.
When you sent me that TikTok of you, I was like, oh my God, it looks so good.
I know. I liked it, but I didn't like how it looked sometimes in like videos. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I'll grow it out and then cut it again. I don't know. It's at such a weird length right now. It's like so annoying.
What do you mean?
It's just like not short, but not very long. It's like very shoulder length. Like, what do I do with it? I just end up putting it back all the time.
Chop it.
No.
Chop it up. Team chop.
I get bangs. Like, this
I
is
am
the worst.
team chop. No, don't do it if you just said how terrible it was.
No, I know. I'm not. Definitely
that
not.
You'll regret.
Because my bangs were like, I literally had like the swoop side bangs like all through high school and even up to living here I had them. So I fully used to the...
Did you ever have, other than like when you were a kid, like bangs like this straight across?
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know the last time I did. I don't think I did here at all, like in LA.
Yours were like always to the side.
Yeah. I definitely did at some points and it was just like,
whatever.
it just was annoying. Yeah.
So many bangs this weekend. All the emos.
Oh, yeah, swoop bangs.
No, like forward ones. I think it's because they're all millennials.
Yeah.
No one really has swoop bangs.
Well, I don't know if people were like doing it for the festival.
Oh, no. No. That's other than Matt Cutchell, probably.
No, I saw a lot of like TikToks of like people walking around at the festival and they're like emo, like how I dressed the first emo night, like with the tutu and everything. Yeah. But I mean, it makes sense. If I feel like we're just so used to like emo nights and stuff. It's like not a thing anymore. Like, oh, emo, like dress emo, campy. But like, if you haven't ever been and you're going to this big festival, I mean, I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to like get a stud belt and.
I feel like stud belts are like, cool.
I mean, they are in, but you know what I mean? Like Hot Topic vibes. Okay. Should we move on to Am I the Asshole?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've got mine pulled up. This one says, am I the asshole for expecting a nanny to dress appropriately?
I saw this one today.
Oh, did you read it?
Sure did.
Oh, well, I'll read it anyway.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, okay,
you don't
thoughts?
read it? Yeah. Everyone's like,
Okay. I, 43 female, am currently searching for a nanny for my children. My son is 5 and my daughter is 11. We found one young lady yesterday that seemed like a great fit. We interviewed her in our home and explained our careers. I'm a lawyer. My husband is a trainer. And explained everything to her. That sentence is obviously, and explained everything to her. She seemed happy with everything and was kind to us and no issues there. The problem came when I spoke to her about the dress code I expected. I noticed she had on leggings with a sweater today, which I guess was okay since she wasn't working, but I would have expected a little more for an interview. However, I told her I expect that she will not be wearing athletic wear while she tends to the children. no leggings, yoga pants, sweats, etc. She kind of laughed and said, "So what do you want me to wear?" And my husband laughed, but I was serious. I told her that type of clothing is inappropriate since she's not working out, she's working. She seemed put off and said that's what she normally wears, and if she's going to be active with the kids, she needs to be dressed comfortably. I told her what the expectations were, and she said she understands and left. Later on, she told me she doesn't think this will work out. Was I wrong for setting expectations? I don't think it's okay to walk around in tight clothing with my son and husband present. Plus, she should be dressed like she's working because she's a professional. A teacher would not dress that way. My husband said I was overreacting. Am I the asshole?
Yep. You sure are. You're absolutely the asshole.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, in my opinion, it's like, if I was hired to watch kids all day for like 5 days a week or something, like, I'm at least going to wear sweats. Like, what do you want me to wear around the house? Jeans and a blazer? Like,
it's just,
she literally said no sweats, no leggings, like dress professionally. Like, obviously a teacher, you can't compare it to a teacher. A teacher's working at a fucking school establishment. Like, that's a professional job. Like, I don't think nannying, I mean, obviously it's a profession, but it's not technically like professional. It's just like, I mean, what? You're going to be like sitting on a couch. You're going to be running around with kids. You're going to be maybe driving them places. Like, why do you have to be dressed professionally? I don't understand.
I think it's really funny that she's like sexualizing her to a 5-year-old.
Yes.
And to her husband, who's literally around probably women wearing more provocative things at the gym.
A trainer.
That's the whole like...
Maybe she's insecure about it. So she's like, no more of these.
100%. But also it's like, get a life. Like, she just seems like a nightmare person to work for. And like, rather than wasting people's times when you interview them, put that shit in the description of what you're looking for in someone, because you might find someone who's like, I prefer to be professional in a nanny situation or whatever. And like, you'll find that. But like, when you bring people in and are like, oh, you can't wear leggings, like, you're going to lose a lot of people and you're going to waste their time. Like, you have to be clear with your expectations pre-interview.
Yeah, it's just also like, in my opinion, kind of fucked up that she's like, you can't wear leggings. Like, that's inappropriate. I'm sorry, why is that inappropriate?
Yeah, I think like she means in terms of professional, like her expectation of professionalism in the nanny world is very bizarre, but like that's her expectation. So like, whatever, like put that on your...
Treat it like a law office.
Yeah, like put it on your listing or whatever you've posted, because like, I guarantee 85% of the girls will show up dressed like a nanny, not a lawyer.
Yeah. Like,
and that's like, I used to be a nanny. Like, it was very casual, like, didn't matter.
There's no reason to not. Okay. Leggings on the extreme end, sure, they're skin tight, still stupid, but whatever. But sweats? No sweats?
I think for me, leggings is more professional than sweats.
Well, I mean, like, in terms of, I guess, sexualizing her. Like,
oh, I think she just means it's like lazy looking.
Okay.
Like, to me, she just has like a high expectation of what she needs. She needs to dress professionally and not like frumpy or too
so
sexually.
Stupid. It's like, you're going to be like playing with kids.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be in tight, like, or not tight, but jeans or, I don't know. Like, what do you want her to wear? Literally. What do you want her to wear?
Probably. I think that she's just like out of her mind. I think it's one thing to be like, you can wear it when you're watching the kids and doing this, but like, if we're going out and like, we're going to be around people and you like come with us to a party or whatever, then dress nicer.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, you can't wear these all the time. I don't know. This lady seems like a fucking nightmare. I would never want to work for her. And I think that she needs to be more transparent pre-interview so that she doesn't waste people's time.
I don't think she even thought of it, because in her head, you should just be that way.
Yeah.
I don't think she even like would think to put that in the ad or whatever.
I will say I do agree with her, like maybe showing up to meet them for the first time.
Yeah, I feel like an interview, you should always be professional, like no matter what it is.
Like throw on a pair of jeans even. But like, I don't, leggings to an interview, like that's...
I agree with that too.
It's a little lazy.
I don't think it, no matter what the interview is for, I think you should look somewhat professional.
Totally. Put together.
Not like a sweater. And,
oh my God, I would never show up in leggings. They would be like, you're so lazy and like you don't care.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe we're taking her side. I'm just kidding.
Just on that one point.
Yeah, on that one thing I agree with. It's like, don't wear a sweater and leggings to an interview.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's for a nannying job, but still.
But leggings and a sweater couldn't be more of a nanny uniform. That's like fine.
Because maybe this girl's nannied like 1,000 different people and she's like, okay, this is how it is.
Totally.
And that's fair.
I would love to know if this woman finds anybody.
A lawyer.
Okay. Am I the asshole for uninviting my dad to my wedding because he took back the money he promised?
Oh my God, I saw this one too. I just saw the title though. I didn't read it.
I want to be clear that this is not about money. I know no one owes us money, but he promised and it is about his reasoning. My fiance and I are currently planning a wedding and my mom got herself uninvited as we found out she had made some jokes behind our back about my fiance's appearance and style and saying she was never going to be anything more than a stay-at-home mom. I was furious and uninvited her. A couple of people told me I was being an asshole as it was a one-time thing, she said, not thinking it would get back to us. Also, she was tipsy, maybe a bit drunk. My dad recently found out she wasn't going to be there, they aren't married, and confronted me. He said what she said wasn't nice, but realistically people talk shit and gossip and I should give her the chance to apologize and move on. I explained that I can't let someone who feels that way come to our wedding, and he said I was being ridiculous. He said he was no longer going to pay for our wedding if I was going to treat my mom like that. I decided to uninvite him as I feel he is no longer a supportive person. My fiance was privy to this conversation and is obviously hurt. She doesn't want him there either, so I feel the need to support her. But now my dad and his wife are telling everyone how we feel entitled to their money and how arrogant we are for uninviting everyone who disagrees with us. I feel slightly weird about it because obviously he doesn't have to pay for our wedding. Am I the asshole?
Wow. So what did the mom say again?
She just said that she was making jokes about his fiance's appearance and style and said she was never going to be anything more than a stay-at-home mom.
I mean, yeah, that can be hurtful. I feel like that's fair to uninvite them.
I disagree.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's hear it.
I think this person is being so irrational. I think only because the dad was like, let her apologize. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously she's probably embarrassed about all of this and like wants to make it right. And for him to not even give his mom an opportunity to do that just shows me like the pettiness of it all. And then when his dad took the mom's side, he then uninvited his father. Like, you're just uninviting everyone whose like opinion isn't aligned with yours. I do think that it's like fucked up that the mom said that, but I think that he should have at least given her the opportunity to make it right. Because like you're literally then taking her away from like your day. And sometimes mother-in-laws just
can be a little crazy.
Exactly. And it's like, I think that you can stand up for your wife while also like making things right with your family at the same time.
I would love to know the background of like, was this like a final straw or was it like,
I tried like looking and it just kind of seemed like it was like a one-time thing.
Okay.
I also read something somewhere saying that the fiance had said something about his mom previously.
Oh, so there's like something going on there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've never had a wedding, so I guess I don't completely understand like the gravity of it all, but it's like, I don't know. That's why I need history, because I think what she said is really hurtful.
Yeah.
But if it's the first time she's ever said anything, then I guess it's like, okay, well, what is this? Like, I guess, like, let's talk about it.
Okay,
but if
so
it's like
say
an
that your
thing,
mom said, like, I don't know, that about Nolan, and you're like super close with your mom, would you be like, okay, mom, you're uninvited?
No, I wouldn't. But I would be like I'd be very uncomfortable and want to know
100%.
like what was going on.
Yeah, like you'd have the conversation. But he invited her and then was like, bye.
Yeah, I think from my perspective, because they did that, if it happened to me, it would be because of other things that led up to that.
Sure.
And that's why I have this mindset, is because I wouldn't be able to just be like, okay, you can't come now. But if it was like an ongoing thing, I'd be like, okay,
I feel like if it had been a problem, he probably would have mentioned that too.
Yeah.
In this thing. But I saw a comment that I really like, it's how I felt. And I thought it was really good.
Okay.
It says, you're the asshole for taking such extreme action every time a guest does something remotely wrong surrounding your wedding. Yes, it's your wedding and you can invite and disinvite whoever you want. And yes, standing up for your fiance is the right thing to do. However, at least from the way you wrote this, it seems you don't have any kind of conversations with people before deciding they're out. And not just any person, but your mother and father. You're like the soup Nazi from Seinfeld. You just stand there and go, no more wedding for you. Next. It's quite immature. Your mother shouldn't have spoken ill about your fiance, but is she willing to apologize? Is she remorseful? It says, edit, mother-in-law did apologize.
Oh.
Unless she has a history of being mean to you / your fiance, I think making her miss her child's wedding for a one-off comment is extreme. It says, edit, it turns out it's the other way around and the fiance has a history of talking crap about mother-in-law behind her back, LMAO.
Oh, what the hell?
Your father shouldn't have held money over your head, but the funny thing is that he's doing for your mother the same thing you're doing for your fiance, even though they aren't married.
That is true.
Yep. He is reacting extremely to you wronging her and going nuclear with no more wedding money for you. You and your fiance sound very immature, and when standing up for her is right, you have to be careful to analyze if this isn't her subtly isolating you from your family. It says, edit, I am now more sure than ever that fiance is using this wedding for a power move and isolating OP from his parents.
Okay. Well, now my perspective has changed.
I think that they incorporated like all of your questions too. That's like, oh, is it a one-off comment or is it something that's been like happening for a long time?
Yeah.
I would love some more clarity from this guy.
Yeah.
But like as a one-off thing, like to me, this guy is the asshole for uninviting his family.
Well, and it's tea that the fiance talks shit about the mom all the time. So that now it's like, okay, well, what's going on?
People are just like so annoying. Get a life.
Get a life. Why am I feel really sleepy today?
Do you?
Why?
I've
literally done nothing.
Osmosis from me.
I've literally done nothing.
12:30. What time did you get up? What time did you go to bed?
Probably wasn't.
Did you have some coffee?
I did. I went to bed at like probably midnight. Woke up at like 8:45.
Great sleep.
That's a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
I do wake up a lot during the night though, so maybe that's why.
Really?
Maybe because my sleep's like interrupted. I don't know.
Yeah, you're not getting your REM.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
I guess that's it.
Gotta go take a nap now.
We're gonna go nap. We'll go see if our pleasures line up with our co-star.
I was like, what?
Co-star pleasures or whatever. But thank you so much for listening and or watching, depending on what you're doing. This episode comes out on Patreon usually 2 days early, so Mondays. And if you don't have our Patreon, it'll come out for the audio listeners every Wednesday and on our podcast YouTube channel every Thursday.
We also have another podcast called Good Influences that we briefly talked about, so make sure you're subscribed to that as well. Those episodes come out on Tuesdays on YouTube and all streaming audio places.
Yeah, same day for both. That's freaking it. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye. Bye-bye.